Namaste, crypto aficionados and my fellow capitalists. I hope you guys are doing great, and I'm back again. Market, is not really doing that great, and I had that thinking that the merge, going into the merge, would pump my ETH bags, but I was wrong. I think the whole trading, I think investor sentiment and all that has been really rocked, after the CPI data the other day. So I think the merge also was a downer, a real downer that I didn't expect. I thought at least if Ethereum managed to merge to POS from POW, would cause the market to start pumping ETH price up. But I guess I was wrong on that, and which is why you should always do your own research and don't believe everything what you hear on YouTube or anywhere else, because you got to go with your gut feeling. But nonetheless, I still think the ESG narrative will push ETH prices, and I'm bullish, and I think we are going into a bull market relatively soon. But as it is now, since market sentiment is down, investor sentiment is down at the moment, so it might take a month or two, before we can really see something. So, anyways, I want to talk to you about Digitaru Sukha, okay? And this is one of the tokens that is very close to my heart, because I have been in crypto since 2016. So that's what has been already, like 6 years, and I have never come across a token like this. So this is a white paper, a proposed community white paper, and I just want to go through this with you and show you why I think this is why it's so awesome. Excuse me. So the problem is that the year 2022 has been marked by utter chaos. The devastation of shutting down the global economy has led to widespread shortages. A dangerous war in Eastern Europe has caused even more shortages. Additionally, excessive quantitative easing QE activities by the Federal Reserve that began in 2020 are currently levying the greatest tax on the common citizen for all nations, right? And the Fed is trying to undo the damage they began in 2020 through the practice of QT, right? Quantitative tightening. Typically, a central bank would be doing the opposite of this after 2 quarters of consecutive GDP decline. A shrinking GDP plus inflation means regular people are experiencing a rare phenomenon known as stagflation, okay? While also being squeezed by shrinking liquidity pool of a world reserve currency, the US dollar. So jobs are not good. Jobs are going down. Things are going up. Prices are going up, right? Jobs are going down. So, it's a shrinking GDP. People are not earning more, right? They're earning less. And plus your dollar is going up. So there's a lot of issues, there's a lot of problems, and they are not saying that, and they're not calling for what it is. 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth is a recession. They are saying no, it's not. So you know who you have as leaders, right? So I'm not going to go through everything, but I'm going to go through most of it. So what they also feel is that DeFi has become a centralized mess of multi-signature wallets, gimmicks, farming of valueless governance tokens, toxic stable coin protocols, all funded by venture or vulture capital, right? VC, vulture capital. These VCs receive tokens at tremendous discounts before the token contracts are created on Ethereum. Lockups and vesting do little to stop the dumping on the retail, as these VCs employ legions of bots and clever social engineering techniques to ensure that there's ample exit liquidity for their toxic deals. In addition to VCs, the space is also infested by callers. These are accounts with large following that advertise projects they have been given tokens to promote or were in on the pre-sale. Often these tokens have tax mechanisms. These callers will promote many of these token tax schemes to their followers, causing large rotations of capital. and the increased volume results in increased revenue for the development team, and is often speculated that the callers are in the rotation scam. So you have all those, Venus Venom calls and Caesar's calls and all that. Of course, some it's good. Some of the what they give is good, but of course it's a degen trading, right? It's all degen trading, and a lot of people have got wrecked from all these things. So you've got to be very, very careful what you do. So they continue on with regulators continually threatening the efforts of the builders and retail crypto investors attempt to hurl off the chains of traditional centralized systems. Crypto needs truly decentralized stable coins. The keyword is truly decentralized stable coins. We do not need more DeFi gimmicks, VCs, and callers. The problem is that there's no easy way to build a decentralized stablecoin. You can't. It's very difficult, right? So algo stables are inherently flawed, as Luna has showed us, and subject to collapse. Centralized stables are inherently centralized and fraught with regulatory risks, as USDC showed the crypto faithful after the Tornado Cash was sanctioned, right? So USDC, they managed to freeze, people. So you cannot pull out your USDC. They can freeze that coins. So it's not decentralized, right? So, and so now we are at the crossroads, right? So since the creation of the Bitcoin white paper, we find ourselves at crossroads. Crypto is becoming more adopted, but it's still not the P2P electronic cash it was meant to be. Currently, it's a poor store of value as it's too correlated to risk assets. Metals, equities, and crypto are all losing value against the USD while inflation is destroying its buying power. Real estate demand has likely peaked, and many analysts are warning of another housing bubble pop similar to 2008. We believe fully in cryptocurrencies one day competing with toxic fiat currencies for adoption, especially as everyday citizens are continually squeezed by their central bank. We're concerned that the creation of CBDCs could hand over power to governments and central banks that they have never had before. This will almost certainly be abused, maybe not at first, but in some distant dystopian future. For this reason, we need many currencies outside the jurisdictions of nations on decentralized blockchain. This is very important, right? We need many currencies outside the jurisdictions of nations on decentralized blockchains to rise up and be adopted, not just as investment vehicles, but also money. So meme, right? The meme is not a funny picture. It's a deeper than that. Memes can be very powerful, like what Elon Musk has said, memes can rule the world. A meme lord, rule the world. Some of the society's most powerful memes are religions, and they have survived centuries. The belief that fiat currency has value because it's backed by countries' ability to pay its debt in the same fiat currency is also a meme and survives to this day despite the secular logic. So there's a meme like, the biggest Ponzi scheme is the USD, right? It's not decentralized at all. 100% pre-mined. So Bitcoin as a digital gold and store of value is a meme as well, So Doge and Shiba Inu were two light-hearted meme coins that recently showed people the power of memes. So Shiba Inu specifically had one greatest runs in cryptocurrency, going from 0 to 50 billion in 1 year. It got there because the community believed strongly it could get there. Despite the larger cryptocurrency community doubting it because of its lack of utility, Shiba Inu defied all odds and still to this day remains in the top 20 coins by market cap. So a community, a single idea can launch a coin to Valhalla, right? Because all it takes is an idea and the people to rally behind that idea and say, yes, we're going to go for it. We're going to pump it up. We're going to shill it. We are going to, rate the tweets. We're going to do whatever it is to get this coin out. So the community is there. One of the most important things is the community. And it's awesome, where Sukha is at this point in time, just by the power of community. So never underestimate a token just because it has no utility, because if it has a story behind it, if it has a strong community behind it, and that one idea, so Gandhi led 200 million people, against the British on the path of non-violence. He captured the minds of 200 million Indians at that time. So an idea strong enough, powerful enough, can make people to take action, right? Makes people to take action, and that action can lead to price go up. So in our view, a light-hearted meme based on a dog is no longer appropriate for the world we live today. We need better memes that give us hope. Traditionally, when times are tough, human beings have turned to spirituality and higher powers to help them cope with the harshness of their current environment. Take the people of Tibet. The Tibet is a country surrounded by some of the tallest mountains in the world, and the climate is extreme. Yet its people were known for many years as some of the most peaceful, compassionate, and deeply religious in the world. Milarepa, a great Buddhist yogi, helped to solidify the teachings of Buddhism in Tibet, and ever since then, Tibetans have not only looked inward for strength, but also to Milarepa's example. Milarepa's story is a very wonderful story, that how a man who went in the path of destruction, right, and killed all his relatives. He killed all his relatives, and he realized that what he had done is wrong, and to get enlightenment, he had to suffer under the master. The master would not give him an enlightenment, and he had to work like a dog, and he for many years plowed the fields, feed the horses and all that, and then sneaking in to his master's place to get initiated, and the master finding out, and the master telling him to work again, and that was all to work out his karma, because everything is karma. Every action has its equal and opposite reaction. So too our karma here, whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter, because that's the truth, right? So it's not a theory, right? That's the truth. It's a law. Every action has its equal and opposite reaction, right? The theory of evolution is theory, that we come from monkeys. That's a theory. That's not a law. But the law is law. So the law of karma is a law, right? So talking about Milarepa and talking about maybe I will talk about Milarepa later. Let's go through this. So the solution, what they want to say is that there is no instantaneous way to build a decentralized stablecoin. When it is pegged to a fiat currency, you inherently create counterparty risk and centralization. When you peg it with an algorithm, there will always be a way the asset can depeg. When you try to combine the best algorithms and of collateralization, you still have centralization and the risk of a depeg. If you wrap a centralized table like USDC, Circle can always blacklist the deposit address the funds are wrapped in. So the only way to build a decentralized stablecoin is through massive amounts of liquidity that is big enough to rival the fiat currencies of nations. This means pegging a coin to the value of something else will never be truly decentralized. So we don't need more pegged stable coins. We need coins that are liquid enough, okay, to absorb large buys and sells. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the furthest along this road. We have explained the problems with Bitcoin, mainly that it lacks the thriving ecosystem of ETH and also is being threatened due to the narratives around its consensus. Ethereum, on the other hand, could be a much better SOV, store value, after its move to POS. Gas fees are an issue, but we believe this will be solved by roll-ups, sidechains, and eventually sharding. Okay? We believe we need many competing forms of private money with liquidity big enough to rival countries, however, not just Ethereum. We propose Digitaru Sukha as a new form of private money that over time can attract enough liquidity to make it stable enough to be considered a SOV and medium of exchange. Sukha could find stability at $1 or at $100. In the long run, price doesn't matter, the amount of liquidity does. In other words, we believe Sukha to have many of the properties that make Bitcoin an attractive SOV without the baggage of POW. We believe Sukha is uniquely suited for this purpose for several reasons. Sukha was launched on Ethereum on the 26th of May with no preloaded dev wallets. Okay, there were no seed round. Okay, all coins were bought on the free market. There's only 1 billion coin circulation, right? No inflation. Okay, and it makes it scarce. Okay, the Sukha contract is renounced. Okay, cannot be controlled by anyone. There is no governance, no gimmicks. This may seem trivial, but it was launched during a time when coins with hostile devs, taxes, and risky gimmicks were the norm. Excuse me. Sukha stands out for this reason. Sukha is truly decentralized. It is, of course. Since Sukha is truly decentralized, it can be used for anything. There is no counterparty risk. There is no one to ask permission from use to it. Anyone at any time can create the utility for the Sukha token. Now, the Sukha meme takes from a Tibetan Buddhist focus on the inward. Okay, this message is needed today that can attract a huge following. Okay, so the truth is that going inward is something that you don't hear any coins telling you to do. You know, there is no community that is formed around this meditation. After Sukha launched, there are many who are trying to be like that, but it's not that. It does not. What I'm trying to say is that I think there is some kind of hand behind Sukha, you know, and it could be very well Milarepa. I don't know. You know, they say that the negative energies, the Asura energies, you know, can not only take over people's minds, but also it can take over community minds. It can also take a society minds. It can also take over a nation's mind. That's why when you look at the Nazi Germany in World War II, the whole country, right? Hitler was like a Pied Piper, and the whole country was swaying and dancing to his tune. And if you look at him, the way he talks, you see him, the way he talks, you know that guy, there is something inside. There is something sinister going on within him. You know, you just look at him. So I'm not going to go into that. But what I'm trying to say is that looking down here, Sukha community is exploding. In 3 months, Sukha has gone from a 0 to 100 million market cap. You know how difficult it is. There's nothing, you know. There's only a community behind it. And holder growth has been exponential. If you look at the holder growth right now, Sukha has already 6,000 holders, my friends. 6,000 already. And what does it have? Nothing. Just a Telegram channel. You know, a Twitter feed. And the most important thing, of course, it has is community. And that community you cannot replace. How are you going to replace that? How are you going to buy that? You can't, right? So, coming back to this, holder growth has been exponential. The message of the Digitaru Sukha community is resounding with cryptocurrency advocates in the worst macroeconomic conditions of a cryptocurrency ever has faced. You know how bad it is right now in the market. It is fucking bad. Okay? I know, I'm in this full time. It's fucked up. But look at Sukha. It's not. It's maintaining. You know, it's not like it goes to 100 million and drop to 20 million, 30 million. It's going strong. It's going solid. Right? 88 million market cap. right? So there must be, the holders are not selling. It's like Bitcoin hodlers. Why Bitcoin can hold on to its price? People are not selling. Those people, they will not sell. So these, the core group of Sukha is also the same. They are not going to sell. So Sukha must be listed on as many decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges as possible. The community needs to focus not only on listings but also on convincing liquidity providers and market makers to join the Sukha community. So far, Coin Tiger and BitTrue have already listed. I'm not sure whether Gate.io has listed, but I know Coin Tiger has just listed it, and BitTrue also has listed Sukha, and of course it's in Uniswap. So, and they want Sukha to become money, and it needs to be a medium of exchange. Okay, the community should work towards it becoming an acceptable form of payment by apps such as BitPay, Coinbase, Commerce, like how Shiba is accepted. Now Shiba is getting recognition, right? So the Sukha community must continue evangelizing. Sukha has gotten to where it has through the efforts of Anons spreading the message of this new meme. Sukha community is the most zealous community ever seen because the message of positivity and inward focus is so strong. You got to see these guys, I mean, me also, right? I'm one of them, right? So we like to rate tweets. They'll rate tweets, they'll go out there and they'll support each other, and they will tell companies why you should list, exchanges, why you should list. They will tell the Shiba army, they will reach out to the Shiba army, they will try to do whatever they can to rate the tweets. If you want to learn how to rate tweets, learn it from them, Sukha. And they just do it because of passion. It's passion. It's that thing that they have. Because of course the idea of this being a Ryoshi's token is very, very powerful. The idea that whole story, you can make a movie, right? Ryoshi makes Shiba, and Shiba goes from 0 to 50 billion, and he leaves Shiba because he's not happy with the other devs, and he fears for his life that somebody is going to do something to him, and then he deletes everything, and then Sukha is created like 4 days before he deletes and all that. I hope I'm getting it right. Then after that, it's he puts a photo of a Tibetan saint, and Sukha comes from the guy who wrote the autobiography, right? Songyeon Heruka, right? So the first 2 words and the last 3 words. So Sukha comes from there, and so many other things that I've done in my video. You can see, I'll put a link, and you can see the previous video. I think many of you have seen it, and I have a lot of people who liked it, and so yeah, one of the best, easily one of the best communities out there, hands down. So they're saying is that we do not have all the answers here, but until every anon and retailer has heard of Digitaro Sukha, we must continue to spread the word. Sukha community should continue to solve the on-chain mystery laid out in the Etherscan messages, and this doesn't stop. Ryoshi sends out messages on Etherscan using the deployer, and then it's like something that's just ongoing, and he talks to the community through that. And I think once this hits $1, then I think he will, I think probably they are waiting for him to dictate, to decide what is the next step. But of course, it belongs to the community. This whole thing belongs to the community, and it's renounced. Everything it's as decentralized as it can get, So it's still early stages, So they also believe in the power of meditation. Now, this is something where no coin, show me a coin that does this, right? During the times we live in, right? Strongly believe in the power of meditation during the times we live in. We believe that this inward focus can help heal those who are hurting. In 2020, it was estimated by Mental Health America, 19% of the US population was suffering from anxiety. This is a huge number of people. Meditation has been scientifically proven to reduce anxiety among many other health benefits. Now, I do the Sukha Golden Light meditation every Sunday at 11 a.m. Singapore time. And I want you guys to join me in this, because I can tell you one thing. I've had some spiritual experiences in my life, and I can tell you one thing, that spirituality is more real than what you think, what your reality is right now. I have accessed, I have been blessed to access. I'm not saying I'm some sort of saint. I'm not, right? I make a lot of mistakes. I'm not, but I have been blessed in that sense to access that realm, that dimension. And I'm telling you, it is more real than what this is. Like how I'm talking to you looks real. If you have access to that dimension, it's not something that I can explain, right? It has to be experienced. So now, if every of our Sukha fam, not everyone, 6,000 holders, just 10%, 600 people start meditating, right? Sending the golden light. So I do every Sunday the golden light meditation. It's just a 15-minute meditation, right? Just visualizing light, because light is God. If you look at the Bible, Jesus says, I am light. If you look at the Holy Quran, it says, I'm the Nur, the cool light, right? Nur, N-U-R, Nur, right? I created the world with light. So in every religion, light has been associated with God or some form of higher power and all that. And visualization techniques, I don't have to tell you, because if you look at The Secret, if you have watched The Secret, you know how powerful visualization and how powerful is visualization going into your subconscious mind is, right? Once your subconscious mind has that image, it works in many ways to help you to reach that. So doing the golden light meditation not only helps your well-being, right, but it also helps your environment, because you are emitting light, and that light gets spread out there. And imagine if many people at that same time do it. I tell you, it's amazing. And you can use it for everything. You can you can use that light. If you want Sukha to go up to $1, if let's say 600 people at one time do that, it's very fast, because light is a creative force. It's a very important thing in spirituality, right? So light meditation, golden light meditation, that's why Sukha is the golden dragon. We call Sukha the golden dragon. I mean, the logo it's a golden dragon. Why? Right? Because golden is the highest, right? Look at the sun, look at gold itself, right? It's the highest form of metal, right? Look at the sun, right? The sun associated with gold. So a dragon, golden dragon, because it's the highest form of it. That's the best. So even in the spirituality, right, when you do that chakra meditation or the light meditation, there are different colors, right? All are different colors, and it ends up with violet being the last one. But the golden light one, not many people get initiated to it, because it's the highest and it's powerful. But if you do it every time, and if you do it at a certain place at a certain time, right, same time, same channel, right, it opens up a portal. Not say a portal, but it works at that plane. Whatever you're wishing for gets answered faster, right? So join me for my meditations, right? Every Sunday, 11 a.m. Singapore time. We can change the time if you want, as soon as we get more and more people coming in, because meditation is the best way for you, and you will feel awesome, right? If you do it in the quiet place, it's awesome, and you will want to do it every day. So finally, at any time the Ryoshi could propose different utility. Also at any time other community members could as well. We believe this is the best proposal moving forward, and is truly what is needed in cryptocurrency, right? We must stop trying to take shortcuts toward decentralized stable value coins with pegs to toxic fiat currencies. We feel that if people are truly being honest, our proposal is the only one that makes sense to build truly decentralized stable value coins without governance, and it is what crypto needs more than anything, right? SHIB attracted deep liquidity quickly. We believe we can do the same while maintaining our decentralized focus, something we feel that the current SHIB leadership has failed there. So Ryoshi has already mentioned there's something going wrong there, right? Even the devs are like making fun of some other coins. I mean, like Litecoin, right? So I think I did in my previous video. I showed like how a dev was mocking Litecoin. You don't do that kind of shit, right? If you're happy, if you think your product is good, you should concentrate on your product, right? Why, try to make other projects down? Why try to put it down, right? So that's what I don't like. So I think he found them. I think probably there's rumors saying that they wanted to dox Ryoshi, so he was afraid for his life, right? So this, in conclusion, decentralized is needed now more than ever. We have seen many projects sell out their principles for greed. Too many centralized actors sell out to regulators. Too many DeFi gimmicks completely implode. Okay, we realize there's no shortcuts to create a truly decentralized stable value coins. We are crypto annons, we are frogs, we are retail, we are Shiba holders, we are Bitcoiners, we are Ethereans, we are Christians, we are Jews, we are Muslims, we are Buddhists, we are agnostics, we are atheists, we are all political parties and no political parties. We are borderless, we are no one, we are nobody, we are wormlings, we are all Ryoshi, and we are here to usher in freedom, whatever freedom means to you. Which coin can have this kind of white paper? I've never seen that in my life. Maybe you guys have, but I've never seen it. And I can tell you, this does not come from a dark place. Where this has to come from is a place of light, is a place of a soul seeking enlightenment and betterment for all humanity. So let me tell you this, Sukha is one of the best tokens you can invest in, not financial advice. And meditation is the best investment you can make for yourself and the environment around you. Because I'm saying within my authority, within my experience. So verily I tell you, it does not matter whether you're Indian, Muslim, Jew, Hindu, whatever, Christian, it doesn't matter. Light is always light. And when you use the light to meditate, and when you use the light to spread around the world, and to put and tell the light what you want, you will get it faster, because the light is a creative force. So guys, let me know what you think, and do join me for the meditation every Sunday at 11 a.m. Singapore time on Twitter Spaces. I do it on Twitter Spaces, and I would love for the Sukha fam, for my followers who care for your well-being, join me. And Sukha is going to $1. Okay guys, thank you and namaste.